Good afternoon. Welcome to the Center for Alcohol and Drug Resources, regular Tuesday 12:30 meditation meeting. I'm grateful that you showed up with me here. I appreciate your company. Please give yourself an applause and a pat on the back for allowing yourself this brief time of self-care. So I'm going to guide us in a meditation, and then we'll have some time for discussion after. So I'm going to ask you to all mute and keep yourself on mute for the meditation. And when I invite you back, we'll have conversation. So if you could sit up straight, allowing your spine to extend and your lungs to expand, giving them the full capacity to fill with oxygen. Take 3 deep breaths, breathing in very deep through the nose, holding at the top for a few seconds, and then breathing out through the mouth, pushing it all the way out. Breathing in, holding it, and breathing out. Again, breathing in, holding it, breathing out. Once more, breathing in, holding it, breathing out. Allow your breath to just kind of go steady. Pay attention to where your body is being supported by the chair or the bed or the floor. Feel where your feet are connected to the floor. Maybe your arms are rested on your thighs. If thoughts come to your mind during this guided meditation, just see them as if they rise up on a cloud and float away. If you're comfortable, close your eyes to the point that you make them very fuzzy, that they're almost closed all the way, but not fully closed. My experience is that when I fully close my eyes, clench them tight shut, that they show like a video screen and my thoughts seem to race a lot more. But when I just make it fuzzy, I definitely get to focus a little bit more on the breath and on the guided meditation. So meditation is not making my mind stop, stopping any thoughts. The mind will always think thoughts as long as it's alive and receiving oxygen. Unless there's some kind of physiological problem. But it will always be thinking, always be categorizing, always be judging. There's a difference between judging and condemning. The mind is always judging. Is it safe? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is this large or small, and so sometimes people say don't judge, and it's kind of what the mind does. So I like to try to share, don't condemn, don't make bad judgments, perhaps, but so we're not going to try to get the mind to stop thinking. We're going to try to focus the mind to think on what we want it to think about. And this is a practice. Now, when I continue my practice, hopefully daily, it gets better. And some days I'm full of angst and anxiety and worry, and I just can't seem to focus my thoughts at all on the guided meditation, my breath, just kind of scattered. But as long as I kind of force myself to sit for 10 minutes at least every day, give myself that time, most of the time now, little by little, my thoughts are able to focus. And so what I really want to train myself to be able to focus on is my breath, because it's something that is always with me. You know, for without it, I'm no longer existing, right? So as long as I'm existing, I pretty much have to have breath. So it's always something that I could go to. And I want you to be aware that when you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, there's a very, very, sometimes subtle, but sometimes pretty large difference in coolness coming in and warm air going out. Cool air in, warm air out. If I focus right at the tip of my nostrils, right on the very inside of my nose, I can feel cool air going in, and I can feel a much different temperature as the air goes out. Cool air in, warm air out. And so right at this moment, I'm okay. I might not have everything that I want. Might not even have everything that I need at this very moment. But I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I have some sense of shelter. Not completely starving. I'm okay right now, this moment. Cool air in, warm air out. Cool air in, warm air out. In through the nose and out through the nose. So sometimes when it seems that everything is going wrong, the world seems to be just imploding and collapsing on itself all at the same time. Cool air in, warm air out. Right now I'm okay. I can take a breath. I can relax. I can try to focus. And when I give myself that little bit of space, that little bit of pause, I'm able to act in a compassionate way, in a gentler way than without that breath. That oxygen seems to soothe my body, ease the tension. It gives me an opportunity to think with my heart first, rather than just the thought and the quick reaction that I'm having. Cool air in, warm air out. So regardless of how hard we try, life just continues to happen. Things just keep continuing to happen, right? And sometimes it's a lot of good things, even a lot of good things in a row. And sometimes it seems to be a lot of bad things in a row. And if I just let that take off and don't pay attention to it, sometimes I just find myself running into walls. walls of angst and anxiety. And then my reactions and my responses are not really as I wish they would be. And then I run into a great big wall of regret. So it's important for me to try to sit every day, take some time to relax, feel the goodness of the life-giving and health-giving oxygen. Give myself a chance to calm, be the best me that I can be. One thing for certain is that each human being is unique in their own way with their own experiences, and even if we were born at exactly the same time on exactly the same day, undoubtedly we have had some different experiences that mold us and make us special and unique. But also one thing for certain is that we all need to breathe in this oxygen. We all need to be supported by gravity and held here on this earth. And we are interconnected through those things. And all the differences that we can see and the things that we tell ourselves, they all really shouldn't matter because we are all here together. When I think about being one, compassion builds up inside of me and it swells out. When I think about how we're all interconnected, we're all created by some loving power, and we're here and we should somehow tune into that power and allow it to come through us and breathe through us. It molds and shapes my actions. And this wasn't always so when I was in the midst of my addiction and my every single day figuring out that I just gotta have a drink, I just gotta have a drug. I can't feel, I can't think. The alcohol and the drugs was my solution. Sobriety was the problem. I couldn't handle being in my own skin. Because I was chasing this power, this loving power, through the wrong sources for so long. Now that I'm sober, it's just a little over 5 years, and which is a very short time. Little by little, it gets better. Little by little, I'm able to stop being so selfish and thinking about what John Paul wants. And John Paul would like this color or that color, and sometimes I still get stuck on thinking that outside things are going to make me feel better. That special t-shirt or that special pair of shorts or sneakers but I have to realize that if I'm able to bring some mindfulness to the moment, pay attention, cooler in, warmer out. Right now, this moment, I'm okay. And I'm interconnected with every living being in the world. And if I keep that in the forefront of my mind and I live my life through compassion, love, and kindness, it feels like I'm able to make a special impact. I'm able to put my head on my pillow at night and know that I gave whoever I was in contact with that day my all, my best. And it's a good day. And I keep practicing and I keep practicing, and some days are tough. Some days it seems like people are doing things to me, purposefully trying to get me. People are just kind of going through the motions and doing in their own selfish world. And it's really not personal. I don't know the answers to how to fix the problems of the world, but I know that if I'm able to slow down and meditate, pay attention to my heart, I find compassion there. I find love there. And it seems like when I look back at my day, it seems like people were happy that I was in their lives for that day. And it feels like a good day. But if I'm never slowing myself down and never giving myself the opportunity to be in this moment, connect, feel that connection, that I'm one with the world and all the living beings. I just go through the day looking at Amazon and envy and looking at other people's cars and motorcycles and houses and shoes and outfits and looking at all the differences and the things that separate me from others, and get so caught up in self. At the end of those days, I look back and I think, ugh, I wasted so much time. I don't feel like I was a part or connected. I don't feel like I contributed at all. So again, little by little, progress, not perfection. But I have to do my part. I have to put in my effort. I have to sit for 10 minutes. I have to seek out wisdom and knowledge and books and listening to others and listening to that loving power speak through others. And I have to try to connect and reach out, impact others' lives with compassion and love and kindness. My experience is that I've only found the ability to do that if I'm able to slow down in my day and take some breaths and connect. And we're all breathing in this oxygen. And when I breathe out, I hope that compassion, love, and kindness goes out and touches every living being. So if you can, throughout your day, please take the time to focus on your breath, even if it's just for a couple breaths. Feel the cool air in, warm air out. Realize that every other living soul is breathing in through the same air, collective air across the world. When you breathe out, let it be love and kindness and compassion, so that when every other living soul breathes in, they breathe in that love and kindness and compassion. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I'll close out the meditation, and we can have a little discussion. Thank you.